Watch the difference, ready? The right leg release, the left leg release. Couldn't release it hard enough to have it at that point bottom out, right? You see I'm still in the shot, and I think a lot of times, you know, people are so thoughtful of trying to finish the golf swing and rotate through it that a lot of times they get up and out of it too quickly, you know? Love it. Love it. Now we add that to the full motion here. See it. One good practice swing first though, okay? You know, sometimes people, you know, need to find the low point. You need to, you know, practice. I'm telling Justin, listen, you've been on a mat all winter. He's been off the surface, doesn't want to get down into it, right? So draw that line from the back of the ball to you. And just make sure the grass is being moved on this side of the golf ball, right? And you know, you can see these thoughtful practice swings where he's taking some divots now. Make sure you have the visual past it, you know, because like I said, you know, that's just right here versus over there. You know, your chest is still down, but look where my chest is pointed. It's like down there, okay? Okay, and just like I said, you know, obviously some shots are going to happen where you stick the club in the ground here, but looking past that ball is a big key, you know. That's why I was saying draw that line to you. Take divots left of that line. Close, right? Close. I know. No. Pause it halfway back. Go a little set position right there for me. So we are, buddy. Ready? This right here, coming through. See that? Yep. If you got here, Kev, come in front real quick. If Justin was here, here's the exaggeration. Well, guess what? You can release as hard as you want, and guess where the club's gonna hit the ground? Over there. But if you're on your right leg and you start releasing it, there, you know what I mean? Watch the difference. Ready? The right leg release in the ground and a turned over face. The left leg release. Couldn't release it hard enough to have it at that point bottom out, right? It's gonna bottom out in front of the golf ball and see the face. Square. That's a big one. Releasing at the left leg, not the right leg. Oh, dude. Really close right there, right? Do you feel the zip to that though? That was much more penetrating, divot past the ball more. Releasing at the left leg, not the right leg. Oh, best of the day right there. That's the best one I've seen in front of you there. Awesome compression there, bud. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're close here, man. Just, you know, I was telling Kev back there and talking to the camera a little bit about just, you know, hey, doesn't surprise me. You've been on a mat, kind of easing off of it. Chest comes out a little soon, a little bit of an early release. Okay, two things. The chest stays down, but rather than release this club here, the visual of being more there and then releasing it. I told him not to release at his right leg, release at his left. Being here, and then just feeling little drills like that. You see that there, guys? That club face was so stable. Club hit the ground past the ball. I guaranteed that club didn't pass my hands. You know, for people who toss that club through there, because Justin, you don't do it that much. Like, there's a lot of people that really get the violent. I mean, you just have a little bit. It's not a big thing, but it's enough to where you can get the occasional mishit, right? So, you know, just being like this and guaranteeing the motion's going to be good. Here. See, those are real solid, good contact, but I'm just working at it in a way that guarantees it's going to get done. And I think for you right now, we've done such a good job with our setup. I know the old you used to move off of it and then back in it. I've got you now nice and centered. Hands and club are in a much better spot than they used to be. You know, when you drifted, they got way too far out. Now you kind of stay centered, so it's more of a around you, better hand path. And then on the way down, the one big thing that was missing was, okay, well, this would go out and this would release. So now we're just keeping that chest down, and I'm educating your hands to just release it a little bit later. You know, so just keep rehearsing that over and over. And one thing I want you to think about, I mean, you see the one big difference, you know, with mine and yours. Obviously, I'm staying in the ground a little bit longer. So when you take the practice swings, do some simple stuff. Draw the imaginary line to the back of the ball. Feel like you're getting that divot, you know, down past the golf ball every time. You know, try to really feel like past the ball every time. There you go. Yes, and if you can get that more towards your left foot, we're in business. But look at the club face, the whole club face in the ground right there. That's money right there. Yes, that was released at the left leg right there. I mean, dude, it's not surprising. It came after a perfect rehearsal. And then the next shot was just zip. Dude, huge improvement, bro. Huge improvement. You know, to me, I love the Tommy Fleetwood. You know, he finishes in his side bend and doesn't come up out of it. So like the chest down for me, it's more about the result of like, you know, what I feel post impact. Like watch this. You see I'm still in the shot. And I think a lot of times, you know, people are so thoughtful of trying to finish the golf swing and rotate through it that a lot of times they get up and out of it too quickly. You know, so my big thing is if I lose my compression, I hit a ton of those little 3/4 knockdowns like that, where I feel like my chest is facing the ball for an eternity. And what's great is, you know, it feels like the finish is right here. And I'm not decelling to get right there. I'm accelerating all the way to that point right there. It's just that when you're very connected, the good thing about it is this. That's what allows you to actually be able to stop the club right here. A lot of times what happens is, you know, if the club head's passing the hands, if you're disconnected, then the club will wrap around your shoulders right there without the ability to stop it. So this drill right here, this is kind of the one I think is a good warm-up for us. Under the shoulders, chest facing the ball, finishing below the shoulders, okay? Long divots, right? So it's kind of this look right here. See that? Even for me, sometimes you just want to get out of that shot a little bit and then I'll just catch it a little millimeter off the toe or something. Man, the minute I start doing that drill, that ball crawls to the dead center of the face every time. And you see that dirt line on the face? It gets the whole face in the ground, you know what I mean? Because everything's down over it. So can you mind showing me a couple of those though, just so I can see? I gotta tell you, bud, so much better. The golf, so much better. Yeah, you know, Justin and our buddies, you know, we do our weekly FaceTime. We've been chipping away, just chipping away. You've always been the kind of guy, and I explained this earlier, not very much disassociation. It's much more belt and sternum together. And unfortunately, when you have that, this guy's already up and out of it when the club's here. A lot of thin shots. And the ones that would catch up with you, what they used to do, you were already this way, so they would send over your left shoulder and go that way. So now all these shots, notice how they're all down the line? Close. You see when you hit that ball, though, it just gets picked off the surface a little bit? It's close. Oh, dude. Whole different gear right there. Whole different gear. Take some practice swings where you do take the divot. You know, even if it's not even like full effort, you just do a couple of these right here where you just go. You know what I mean? Just because in order to do that, think about this. I have two things happening. I have the handle moving, the club releasing later, and I have my chest wear down. If I come out of it above the ground, if I release early, I'm out of the ground. So those are two things right there that are just doing that and seeing the grass fly. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, see, I love that for you. Like a little warm-up session just like that. I mean, look how straight these golf balls are. We're not hitting any of those left shots we were doing on the monitors the last few weeks. It's way the heck better. And look at that. The divot's right down the line, dude. Yeah. At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.